Shalom, everyone. Do you remember that time when Israel took a hit for the U.S. in a conflict that had nothing to do with her? I bet most of people don't remember it. But back in the Gulf War, America had a conflict with Iraq for going in and trying to take over Kuwait. So Iraq, because they couldn't hit America, they went and hit us. And they told us, guys, sit tight. You guys just hold on and we'll take care of it and we'll whatever. Don't defend yourself. And I remember that time where we sat in bomb shelters and we carried around gas masks. And you know what? We had nothing to do with that conflict, but you know why we did it? Because America's our ally and we value our relationship with the U.S. And so now, when we're in a situation which seemingly doesn't have anything to do with the U.S., but it actually does, it's a bit complicated to explain it to people who really know nothing about what's going on in the Middle East and why Israel is an incredibly strategic asset for the U.S. However, the U.S. going in and dropping some bombs a couple days ago was in the U.S.'s best interest. The fact that it happened also helped us is a bonus. The other thing that I keep hearing people say, which makes me realize they really haven't been following the war since October 7th, is that Iran funded October 7th. Almost 2 years have passed since that started. Doesn't change the fact that Iran was the head of the snake when it came to the attacks of October 7th. They funded it, they planned it, they inspired it. And so when people are asking, why did we suddenly attack Iran? Because you haven't been paying attention, not because it has nothing to do with it. So clearly there are ramifications to what Trump just did, but for the US, if you guys are kind of on the border of, not sure whether the US should step in or not, let me just say the significance of the attack of the US on the nuclear sites in Iran cannot be overstated. The Middle East has been mocking the US as weak and confused and scattered and busy with their own nonsense. And the fact that they were able to come in and take out these locations and leave without even being fired on is so embarrassing that I understand in a way why Iran feels like they have to do something about their image, because in the Middle East now, the fact that Israel is able to go in, dominate the skies, take out so many locations, and then have the US come and drop some bombs on things that they've been working on for decades. It's very embarrassing. The reason that's important is because in the Middle East, when it comes to peace, you don't mess with people that you respect. You don't have to like them. They don't have to like us. Nobody has to like us around the world. They just need to leave us alone. As for today, Israeli Air Force took a turn in their targets. Up to today, they were targeting military and nuclear programs and steering clear from messing with the government and the society in general, because again, we don't want to topple the government, because if the Iranian people are not ready to replace their leaders, they will just put in another leader with the same ideology. So taking out Khamenei is not really the solution that we're looking for. Having said that, Iran has repeatedly attacked civilian areas, attacked a hospital, it's really the main hospital in southern Israel. If that place gets damaged and it isn't able to serve people, there's going to be hundreds of thousands of people that have to drive hours in order to get help. Everything from giving birth to dialysis, any kind of serious heart surgery, and that is an attack on civilians. Aside from that, they've been attacking residential areas in the Tel Aviv area, residential areas that have nothing to do with the war. They're poor people. That, like, if you've seen some of these buildings, these are like the poorest of the poor. They're old people. There was a guy who was deaf and he didn't hear the siren, and the only reason he knew that we were attacked because the shock waves from the bomb literally blew him off his bed. So they're attacking specifically residential areas because they know that that is what matters to us. There was a girl, her name was Anastasia. She was 7 years old. Her dad was fighting in Ukraine, and she came to Israel with her mom because she had leukemia, and so she was getting treatment in Israel, which is something that Israel loves to do, treat people from all over the world without even charging, or if they charge, it's minimal. She was killed in the attack. It took 5 days to find her mother under the rubble. And that leaves her dad fighting in Ukraine with no family. So you understand, these are the types of people that we're fighting. And I understand, again, that it's difficult when you're not over here and you're just reading stuff, unbelievable level of like AI made up stuff. It's just a whole different level of nonsense. And I understand that there's tons of people out there that just really don't want the Jewish state to exist. Got it. I'm really sorry for your loss, because we will. That is the one thing that will be constant. What I don't understand is the level of obsession that people have with like something that has nothing to do with them. Like, who cares if Uganda is like Congo? They're like like slaughtering hundreds of thousands of people. Who cares if in the Middle East, Muslims have been killing hundreds of thousands of other Muslims for decades? Who cares? What they care about is what we're doing. So I appreciate the compliment. I appreciate the fact that you guys are totally obsessed with us. I know. We really do amazing things, and you can't sleep without thinking about us. So I just want to assure you, the one thing I can promise you is that we'll be here tomorrow for you to think about us as well. Until next time, shalom from Jerusalem.